Hi and welcome to Azam Sharp YouTube channel. This is your host Mohammad Azam and welcome to the Core Data series. This is the first tutorial, which is Hello Core Data. There is no code in this one, by the way. This is just to get you a little bit excited about Core Data. Core Data has been in iOS framework for literally like forever. It is one of the oldest things that is still around and keeps on improving with every release. So let's go ahead and get started with what this course will be all about and what you are going to learn from it. So we're going to go to the introduction to core data, setting up the core data project because we're going to create a dummy application. We are going to learn, of course, about the NS Fetch Results controller, which is the life and blood of the core data if you want to fetch stuff and display it. Versioning and migration, of course, your schema changes, and that's where versioning and migrations are going to come in. Performance tuning. Core data, if you ask a lot of developers in iOS community, some of them will say it's very slow and they don't use it and they use some other platform or they just use the raw SQLite commands. So performance tuning is all about making core data fast. Threading, bulk changes, network operations, core data with iCloud, which is one of the really strong features of core data, and much, much more. So let's get started. So if someone will ask you a question, what is core data? So the simple answer is core data is an object graph that can be persisted to the disk. All right, it's not an object relational mapper because you can make a model and you can persist it somewhere else, and it's not based off of any database that you create first and then you say, okay, generate me the core data model. So it's not like that. It's basically an object graph that you are going to create in your model classes, and then you can persist it to the disk, you can persist it to somewhere else. Now, under the hood, core data looks something like this. And of course, when we are going to go into code, then you're going to really see what is going on. And as manage object context, this is the area where you will be mostly living or breathing, all right? And as persistent store coordinator, that is just to initialize the store and to create the persistent store. And NS manage object model, which of course is the representation of the models which will be taking part in your core data application. So let's say, let me show you a core data model. And this is of course taken from a really awesome book by Marcus Zara. It's the core data in Swift. I will have the exact name at the end of this one, at the end of this session. So this is a core data model for recipe, and you can see they have different attributes which are defining the recipe ingredient, and the type. And you can see that there are relationship between the different models that you have. The model can be represented by a diagram like this, or a more of a structured manner where you can also add and delete and change these things. This is of course much more preferred because you can easily see what's going on. But of course, if you want a high level, you can look at this core data model diagram. Reference for this one is Core Data in Swift by Marcus Azar, one of the really good books available out there. Marcus is, of course, awesome and basically the leading authority in core data. This is the, of course, Swift edition. It is scheduled to release in August, I think 25th, 2016, but you can get an early version if you go to the website for pragmatic programmers. So thank you very much, Marcus, for writing this book and sharing his knowledge. But stay tuned for more videos on Azam Sharp YouTube channel about core data, because a lot of stuff, and if you want to learn core data, I'll be putting a lot of stuff on a weekly or bi-weekly basis so that you can go and check it out. So thank you very much, and have a great day.